Hi everyone, IFBB Pro Theresa Ivancik here, coming at you with episode 6 of Whatever It Takes, presented by Iron Mag Labs. Please feel free to use my promo code Theresa15 for 15% off of your order. Today I want to go over kind of like what moves you, what motivates you, why do you have the goals that you have, and why do you do it? For me, I kind of like go a little bit back to my younger days, the reason why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing. Some of you may or may not know that I did suffer from an eating disorder. I had bulimia for actually 7 years, so it kind of basically controlled my life. I was down to maybe about 110 pounds, not healthy, basically worked out for 4 hours a day, if not more, and just very unhealthy. It actually controlled my entire life. I met Jeff through his gym, and he actually told me that in order to compete I needed to eat. So I left and I ran for 7 years, and I did things on my own. I researched, I did a lot of actually Googling back in the day. I did not have social media. I did not have people to look up. I didn't really have any contacts. I didn't know what I was doing actually. So when I first got started, was intrigued by the Fitness by magazine. So I actually collected the Oxygen magazines, Muscle Fitness Her magazines, and all those. The girl that I've followed for a very long time was Jamie Eason, Monica Brandt, and those type of women. And those were my figure girls from whenever I was younger. And I would look them up, I would put them on the computer, and I would actually step right over to the side and stand in front of a mirror and try to mimic what they had, through pictures on the internet, because that's all I could do. I was intrigued by that. So I went back and I, started training with Jeff. I realized, how important food was for your body and for your goals and what you wanted to do. So it broke me from that barrier. But my whole original goal was just to be healthy. I think at that point I was just kind of like lost. So then I had some sense of direction. And once you start doing things the right way and seeing the results, you kind of get addicted. So I kind of really think that, having somebody to look up to, or having a mentor, and now it's, having a coach to teach you the correct and proper ways and getting the correct answers to get you to your right goals. My pap was a huge motivator for me. He was 91 and he just recently passed away. He was in my gym 3 days a week, and the man was just incredible. What he could deadlift, at 89 years old, he was in like 225, I think, deadlifting. But the other goal we wanted to have for him was getting him into a meet, but that had unfortunately never happened. My grandfather competed with me in my first bodybuilding show in 2010. He was 83 years old. We put him on stage to Bad to the Bone for his routine, and I did make some phone calls to see if he could wear running shorts instead of Speedos, because I did not think he would be very comfortable in a Speedo. So they allowed that. He got his first place trophy and the most inspirational award. He intrigued me, and for being able to share the stage with my grandfather at my first bodybuilding show. I've done figure in the past, but this was my first bodybuilding, was an absolutely incredible feeling. He will always be with me. I know he will be, and pretty much the rest of like my career, I'm doing it to live through my pap. So that's another reason why I really enjoy, what I do, and I like to help coach and motivate other people into doing what they do. The main thing about fitness is, don't do this because you are out to prove a point or you need to outdo somebody. Have a goal, have a reason why you're doing it, and do it for yourself. At the end of the day, like, it's your life, you live once, and you don't really need to impress anybody but yourself. So the main thing is to just make sure that, you're doing it to have fun, take it for the experience, do everything that you want to do, and be happy doing it. Don't do a prep and be miserable doing a 20-week, 16-week prep because, somebody else said that you couldn't do it and whatnot. And also, I want to, touch a little bit of base, too, with a lot of the newer people coming up into the sport. Things have changed from whenever, we first started competing to where they're at now. I just mentioned, back then, I I did not have social media, okay? So I wasn't able to Google who was going to be competing against me, and I wasn't able to Google what this other girl looked like or what shows they were doing, and kind of distract me from my own prep. So the main thing is what I like to try to teach a lot of people is do not hashtag, don't follow somebody else's prep. If you are getting so embedded into what somebody else is doing, your prep's going to fall short. You need to cut yourself off from social media. Go on and post, but there's no reason to scroll and actually start looking for your competition. If you don't know who's coming, it's better. It keeps your nerves down, it keeps you relaxed, it keeps you having confidence in yourself. You choose to go above and beyond and end up, like I said, falling short of your own self because you're following somebody else's prep. It's not worth it. And also, pictures are deceiving. When you look at somebody's picture, they may appear a lot bigger than what they actually are, depending on the angle and how close they are with these pictures. I've seen it time and time again, whether it's my show or one of my competitors' show. You always fear, certain people, and then when you get up to them in person, you're like, holy crap, that's not what they look like. Or the thing is like, you're coming up, they're coming up on their preps, they look phenomenal. You're sweating bullets over here thinking that you're not good enough to be up there with them. And the moral of the story is they can't do good on the show day. So they come in, they're soft, they release cortisol, they're stressed out, and they do not look like those pictures. So the main thing is to always focus on yourself. Do this for yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. And if you do that, you should have a very smooth sailing prep. Keep yourself sidetracked, keep yourself focused. Make sure you do this for you and nobody else. That is my conclusion for this episode 6, and I look forward to speaking with you guys again next week. Thank you.